Hello everyone and welcome to a new poster tutorial. So today we're going to be designing this poster right here, just using like a few tricks of with brushes, which is really cool. We're going to create this really complex graphic in the middle and then use some like really nice typography from Adobe fonts. And it's going to be a pretty simple poster for today, but it's going to be lots of fun and you're going to learn how to create custom brushes, which is really cool. But before we start, I actually wanted to thank a person that messaged me on Thursday with this very beautiful message that actually I needed that message that day and just was really nice to hear. I wouldn't read it for you so you know how much it was important for me. Hey Marcus, I just wanted to tell you that I always watch your videos and it helps me a lot. You deserve way more subscribers and I'm sure you will have a bigger audience in the future. Keep up the great work. It's these things that keeps me going. I don't know if you know what I mean, because it's like it's 9:41 it's 9:41 on a Friday night and I'm doing this. And sometimes people ask me why I'm doing this. I make no money. I spend my time and I should be sitting on a sofa watching some Netflix show and I'm here doing this. The reason I do this is because I receive these messages. The feeling of receiving these messages is something I can explain, and because I never expected anything. So and when this type of messages come with this positive energy, it makes me so pumped to make the next tutorial, and it's so nice actually to have contact with the people from wherever in the world. So yeah, sorry for that. I just wanted to thank the person. I'm not gonna say names. I want to keep everyone's privacy safe. And let's start with this poster. So let's go. First thing, let's create a new document. I'm gonna use a 1700 by 2400. Just press create and let's start. So let's just create a grid to start with. I'm gonna use a rectangle grid tool here. I'm going to double click just to double check. I'm going to use 1700 by 2400. Here I think horizontal dividers. I think here is 75 I like to use, and here is 50. Probably too much, but just going to align it. And I'm going to turn this to 50%. And then select the grid and press Ctrl or Command 2 to lock the grid, so I don't touch it anymore. Cool. I could convert these to guides, but I like to keep the grid as an object. I think it's easier for me, because sometimes I use a grid as a design element. So like, oh, I actually want to bring the grid back or something like that. Cool. Okay, need to breathe. And so next thing, we're gonna get our rectangle tool and we're gonna start creating these rectangles here, you see. Let's just go here. So let's just get the rectangle tool and make a rectangle. Just like this. Try to use, like, if you're doing a grid like me, try to use like the cubes as a measurement for your rectangle sizes. And let's just add some color as well. Let's just go to window and then find swatches libraries and art history. I'm gonna use Russian poster art, which is like really bold colors. And yeah, I really like this type of color set. There's a lot of color sets before. I think in between the pop art one, which has these very high saturated colors, and the poster art colors, it's maybe the celebration one has nice colors, but I really like this. My favorites will be this one, the poster art, and pop art for saturated colors, at least as a color library from Illustrator. Of course, you can go to the internet and get different colors. I just use these ones for these tutorials because it's easy for everyone to reach to them, instead of going on to Google and then trying to download all swatches. Okay, cool. Let's just go back to the poster art here. And then I'm gonna make this one red. Just remove the stroke really quick, select it, remove the stroke. Gonna make a copy, put it on the side. Gonna make it yellow on the fill. something like this. Make another one, make it blue. Try to make different like shapes, like the rectangle a little bit smaller, bigger, so create some nice variety in here. And then let's make a new one here, and just make this like maybe red, maybe purple. And I'm gonna make one just with one size here. I'm gonna make it like light green, duplicate this one to other side, make it smaller, make it blue. Again, just play with as many colors as you want. We're here to have fun, so just to experiment. In the end of the day, we just want these exercises are meant sometimes to learn something new, but also to keep your exercise on. Like if you want to if you want to be a good runner, you need to run every day, isn't it? So at least a little bit, not like maybe a marathon every day, but at least like some sort of run, like a 5K run. And yeah, I used to run a lot before, but COVID happened. I lost my will to run, and I need to find it again and just do some colors like this. So I'm gonna probably speed up this process a little bit, because I don't know if I have enough entertainment things to stay while I'm doing this. So the idea is just to create a variation of rectangles here with different sizes. So then we can duplicate it and make more copies of it. So I'm just gonna speed up really quick until I finish this one. Cool. When you finish, you want to select all your rectangles here, and then while holding Alt or Option key, just make a copy on the side like this, and then rotate it. Maybe actually no, just leave it, a copy will be alright. And then again, right click and group these together. So we move those two shapes together, move it to the top here, make another copy. Maybe even try to rotate it like this, maybe see if it looks nice. If it doesn't match any other colors, transform, reflect it, see if it matches something. Now maybe like this, maybe as it was before actually. Let's just be sure it matches the length here. Actually something is happening on these shapes here. Let's just double check. Okay, need to be sure there is no gaps. Sorry, I was trying to make this really quick, and sometimes I make a few mistakes, as you probably already noticed in other tutorials for sure. Okay, something like this will be alright. Let's just scale this down really quick and make another copy here. Yeah, perfect, something like this. Right click and group it. And then we go to our brush tool here. If you don't find it here, you can just go to Window and then to Brushes, and we will open that window there. Cool, and then with this grouped and selected, you just go and select it and just drag and drop it. And then here you're gonna ask you to create a new brush. You're gonna select the art brush, and then we're gonna name it like stripes. And then we're gonna stretch to fit stroke length and press OK. You can select the direction of the stroke, but I think upwards is okay, or downwards. It won't really matter on this exercise. So cool. You can put it on the side. The next thing we want is get our ellipse tool here, make a nice ellipse in the middle, and just apply the stroke that we just create the brush we just created. And that's it. Mostly let's just remove the fill. That's pretty much it. It's really cool. It's such a easy way to create this really actually complex visual if you think about it. It's not like simple. Imagine trying to make this in Illustrator in the other way. You could make a grid with the Polar Grid tool and then paint it with the live paint, but to make this the irregularities that he has, it's really hard to make it. And this is a really good way. Cool, let's just align this to the center, be sure we like the size. I'm gonna use the grid to make sure my things is actually matching there perfectly. So I'm gonna leave like 3 squares from each side, more or less, perfect. And then I wrote something, let's just go back, the color vortex. The color vortex, okay, makes sense now. I was like, what did I wrote there? So I'm gonna do the same thing here, the color. And then I use a font from Adobe Fonts, which was Dazzle Unicase. Oh, here it is. So this is the font I use, Dazzle Unicase. I will try to use Adobe Fonts because they are easy for you to access as well. So let's just go back. Dazzle something. Sorry, it's almost 10 o'clock. I should be in bed. And just gonna put this here, align it to the center, make another one, write vortex, such a nice word, and scale up. Be sure to align it to the tree on the side there, so it matches the composition and the alignment of the graphic. Maybe I'll leave 3 on the bottom as well here. Actually, no, I need some space there for the little bars that I'm gonna draw. So I'm gonna leave 4 because one of them will be the bars. And then here I'm gonna make it more or less like 1 of distance. Let's just make this there together, and then this will be the distance in between the type. And this is pretty much it. We just need to add a background. Let's go to rectangle to grid tool here. Draw a nice rectangle, same size of our artboard. Yes, perfect. It's already black, so is it? Yes. And then we're gonna select our type, change it to another color maybe. Like this light beige. And let's just double check. That's pretty much it. I just need to do the little color bars here. I'm gonna actually just turn off the background so I can see the grid really quick. I'm gonna just draw using the squares again, make a few rectangles, and then I'm gonna apply some nice colors into them. Make a copy like this. No, just the rectangles. And then I'm just going to push this like this, and then I'm going to apply the colors. Let's just start with the dark ones here. Purple, then red, green. Which ones did I use? Light, and I already used yellow there. Dark blue. Did I use like this one? I don't know. Ah, yeah, I did use this one. Let's turn the background on again. Just turn the grid off. And yeah, this is pretty much it. It's pretty like retro posters, if you know what I mean, like from the 80s or something, or those cassettes they used to have. Let's just scale this down a little bit. I just want to try if I, oops. Nah, it was the right size. I sometimes should just stop trying to change it. Cool. The color vortex. Just close this one. Just gonna get the background here, make a copy, lock it, and I'm gonna make another layer. I'm gonna copy the paste in place the background, and then I'm gonna apply some noise. I'm gonna go to textures, grain, and then use the stippled grain, intensity 40, contrast 20, just press OK. Go to opacity with your layer selected. Be sure to have it selected, otherwise it's not going to work. Opacity, choose the blending mode screen, change it to like 10%, I think will be alright. And yeah, it's pretty much it. This is pretty much it. And imagine just in case, okay, let's just lock this layer. Just in case you're like, you know what, Marcos, I don't like these colors anymore. I need to change these colors. You can. You don't need to create a new brush. It's easy. Just go to Object and then Expand Appearance. You will expand every object inside and not gonna change anything about the shape. Click again and then just ungroup it until you can select individual pieces. Ungroup it again because it's grouped. And again. And ungroup it again. And again, I'm sorry, I know I'm repeating myself a lot. So imagine like, oh, I actually don't want to use red, I want to use purple, darker purple. So you go select the red, or imagine this is a client project and the client says, you know what, I want to change that color instead of green, instead of being red, I want to be dark purple. And you're like, oh my god, I made so many assets, I will need to change each one individually? No, you're not. Select one shape, the shape of the color you want to change, and then go to select, and then same, and then you select same fill color, and then you just change it here. Maybe it was dark purple, and everything that was red will become dark purple, even here. Everything that's in this artboard, which is really cool. And you can do that for everything, like even here updated. And if you want to change the yellow, let's just say maybe we want some sort of another yellow fill color, and then just change it to, I don't know what's gonna be changed for a yellow, like a pink. Yeah, could be something like this. It's gonna go back to the original colors. Or even if you want to actually make a copy, like same fill color, and then you make a Command C, Command F to paste in place, and then you want to apply gradient on that, and then just apply like multiply. So you create a little bit of a texture there, which will be really cool as well. And well, you know, just wanted to show you how you can select, because when you have so many elements with so many colors, it will be really hard to select them if you want to change. And this is a really cool way to do that. Just going to go back to original. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I know it was pretty simple, but I'm thinking about just maybe every poster like try to explain the tool very well. And today was just how to create like a really nice custom brush and then create a really nice graphic with it. Okay, let me know if you liked it on the comments. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, like this video, share it, and I see you in the next one. And again, this person that messaged me on Instagram, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Bye-bye.